What's up, everybody? It's your boy Rashad Buie. Consider hitting that like and subscribe button as I upload videos on a weekly basis covering the hottest topics in sports, especially if it is OU related. This is Ballin' with Buie. Today I want to break down the remainder of the NFL season, some big matchups. I broke down week 1 game by game, and now I just want to talk about some big games that we need to circle on our calendars because they should be very intriguing matchups. Week 2, we got Chiefs versus the Ravens. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes versus Lamar Jackson. Anytime they play for the rest of their careers, it's going to be a big game. Everyone's going to want to tune in. But the big thing is Patrick Mahomes has dominated this head-to-head matchup so far. Lamar Jackson's 0-3 against Patrick Mahomes, and I think the only way that Lamar Jackson is able to beat the Kansas City Chiefs is with his arm. He has yet to throw the football down the field consistently, and that is how you're going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. You've got to make big plays, and if you don't make big plays, it's going to cost you, because Patrick Mahomes on the other side of the football is going to make big plays. So if Lamar Jackson wants to get that first victory against Patrick Mahomes, that's what's going to happen. Now, week 4, we got Buccaneers at Patriots. Now, this probably isn't going to be a great game. That I didn't put this down as a big matchup game, as a big game, but the matchup itself is the intriguing part, because it's a return of Tom and Gronk to New England, and it might be the only time that we see Brady versus Belichick, because we don't know how much longer Belichick will be here. We don't know how much longer Tom will be here. So this is going to be a very intriguing matchup. It probably won't be a close game. I mean, you never know, because you don't know who's going to be behind center for the Patriots and what that's going to look like. But I think this is going to be an intriguing game just from that aspect. Week 4, also, we got Jaguars at Bengals. This is going to be kind of a bottom of the barrel game. Teams trying to come back up after getting number 1 draft picks past couple years. So it's going to be number 1 quarterbacks facing off against each other, Joe Burrow and Lawrence. So I think it's going to be a good game. I will probably try to watch this game if it's available in my area, but I think that I would probably give the edge to the Bengals, just because Joe Burrow's been in his system longer, so he's going to be more comfortable, and he's got another weapon that he can throw the ball to. But we'll see. I think it's going to be a very good game. Week 5, Bills at Chiefs. I don't know how good of a game this will be, because the Chiefs handled the Bills pretty easily in the AFC Championship, but that's why it is a big game, because it's a rematch of the AFC Championship. That score was 38-24, and the score honestly looks closer than the game actually was. But once again, can the Bills prove they are Super Bowl ready? They have been trending up. Can they continue the trend? And if you're going to continue trending up, you got to beat the Kansas City Chiefs, because they're the big dogs in the AFC right now. Week 9, we got Packers at Chiefs. This is only going to be a good game if Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback. If anyone else is the quarterback, I don't care. If Aaron Rodgers is under center for the Green Bay Packers, this is going to be a good game, because it's Rodgers versus Mahomes. It's 2 very good arms. It's 2 very big arms. They let that thing fly down the field at all times. So we will see. It's also the top a matchup of the top seeds in the playoffs last year from the AFC and the NFC. So I expect a very good football game if Aaron Rodgers is under center, which is going to be a big topic of discussion for the next several weeks, probably leading up into the preseason. Week 10, we got Seahawks, Packers. Once again, same thing for the Packers. I'm not going to repeat it. But for the Seahawks, Russell Wilson is also having trouble with his organization. This is 2 quarterbacks that are fed up with their organization. So hopefully they're both under center for this game. But if you got Aaron Rodgers versus Russell Wilson, it's going to be a very good game. And that's back-to-back for the Green Bay Packers. You got Chiefs and you got Seattle. That's going to be tough for them. You don't know where they're going to be sitting at that point with their record and in the standings. But it's going to be 2 big games for Green Bay. It's going to be a big game for Seattle. Seattle has lost the last 4 of 5 against the Green Bay Packers. They've had their number. And Seattle, they've got to start doing something, or I feel like some big changes are going to be happening, whether it's getting rid of Russell Wilson or firing Pete Carroll. Like, something's going to have to change if they are not doing good, if they don't do good this season. Week 12, Browns at Ravens. Now, this was probably the best game of 2020. I believe they met on Monday Night Football. Correct me if I'm wrong, it might have been Sunday night, but I'm pretty sure it was Monday night. But it was a game where you saw Lamar Jackson leave, go to the locker room, come back, and win the game for him. I believe the final score 49-42, something like that. It was a very good game. But for the Browns, can you finish first in the division? If you're going to finish first in the division, you got to beat the best team in the division, which is still the Baltimore Ravens, until proven otherwise. So if you're going to make that jump. Now, finish out the regular season is going to be Week 18 for the first time because they added another week. But we got Seahawks at Cardinals, and I love this matchup. I love that this is kind of be the way that the NFL season is going to end. Now, hopefully, both teams put their full rosters on the field, their starting lineups on the field, because it could be a rest game for either team, depending on how the year went, or it could be a game where they're both trying to make the playoffs or they're trying to fight for seeding. You never know. So hopefully it's one of those, because I'd love to see Russell Wilson versus Kyler Murray. I think that's a very good matchup. But NFL season's getting a tad closer, still 7 months away, but kind of excitement between the NFL draft and off season and schedules being released, kind of been able to talk about it a little bit more. But we still got a while to wait, so that's what we'll do. Deuces.